What's going on, everybody? Donnie here with another video, and today I am going to reassess my first Draft Champions video while also adding on some separate points about Draft Champions now in NHL 17. So, I made a Draft Champions video September 8th, 2016 when the game was first released, explaining what the mode was lacking, to say the least. Little do you know that Draft Champions on release is basically the same exact mode that it is right now. Let's get into my points. So before I do anything, what was advertised by EA before releasing NHL 17 pertaining to Draft Champions? Let's watch the video and find out. First things first, in the official NHL 17 Draft Champions video, we were promised new themes right off the bat. The first thing in the video says new themes. There have been approximately 0 new themes through 4 months of the game being out, and there are likely no new themes coming out in the foreseeable future. Next, it promised an exciting draft. Draft Champions was exciting the first time I did it. Then, I saw months later, the rewards were the same as well as the player base was exactly the same since I first added in a few World Cup cards. There's nothing exciting about playing with the same players on the same themes over and over and over. Playing solo and head-to-head is fine, sure, no biggie, no problem with that. But then you get to the rewards. Draft collectibles traded in for players that wouldn't even crack the majority of lineups that people have in HUT in January. It's just pitiful what we were sold versus what we actually got. You might tell me, hey, they never said they'd add new players to the base, just new themes, you shouldn't be so angry. Well, that's where you're wrong. Clement Kwong, an associate producer of EA Sports NHL 17, promised, and I quote, that there would be new content with each week as Team of the Week and other special items are released. While they released a World Cup of Hockey Headman and other World Cup cards, they haven't released any Player of the Game, Milestone, Winter Classic, Team of the Week, International Player of the Game, Movember, or any other special cards since September. Here's the generic draft. You get basic themes that have been in the game since the start of the year. Then, they assign you a random base of players on your roster, and you pick players from the 4-player pool that they allow you to have. Here's a base Stamkos, then a base Falk. We continue on this draft without getting anything special with a Kessel in the 3rd round. Another generic round, we take Carter, and then we get our first special card. This World Cup card is obsolete by this point because of synergy reasons, as well as the fact that it's a low overall card. Fast forward a little past the Landeskog pick, we received 1 special card and a bunch of base cards, as well as a Hero Brunette in our last round. The issue with that is as follows. As stated previously, Clement Kwong, an associate producer, stated clearly on Ask NHL that we would get a new player set to be added to the base player pool. Not only did we not get new players to the pool in January, we didn't get a single new theme, even though we've gone through wonderful hockey events such as the start of a new season, the World Cup, World Juniors, Winter Classic, Stadium Series games, and even more. Add on the fact that EA Sports NHL said that the 1-minute game quit would be removed, and it never was, gives off a bad impression to its customers. Let me remind you that back in September I made a generally pessimistic video on the mode that got viewed by many people, and I was spot on with basically every single point I made. Here's a portion of my video from back in September. If Draft Champions remains how it is right now for the rest of the year with the very few things added to the game, it'll be a game mode that is widely considered as a failed attempt at revitalizing the dying NHL community. The thing is, the fix for this is so simple. All they need to do is make the Draft Champions rewards tradable and add in a ranked mode in which you pay 5k coins to enter in. If you win, you get 5 or 6 collectibles, your coins back, and then maybe a gold pack as a reward for beating the draft. Basically, to sum it up, NHL provides you with a much smaller reward than any other game when playing Draft Champions, and trading in the 50 or 100 collectibles towards a player provides you with an untradeable player who has legitimately 0 value on the market. Now, while my concerns in September were different than my concerns now, they all have a valid point as the players from grinding Draft Champions are obsolete by now for the most part, as well as it being an uncompetitive, boring mode that nobody wants to play anymore because of lack of themes and lack of new players in the mode that was created so people can actually try new players and find out who they like to play and who they didn't like. It's like that simple. Well, that's going to be it for my video. If you like this video, make sure to tweet it at EA so they see it and hopefully act on this so Draft Champions can be fun and not a mode that's unplayable and boring. Thanks for watching. This is Donnie. I will see you all later.
Girls these days